Good morning. Today I will be briefing on our 12th strategy of war, the grand strategy. Dreams are meant to be a reality. Some of us have a dream, or also known as an ultimate goal, which can look like reaching for the stars. Some of us want to fly in the clouds, and others are waiting on presidential orders to release nuclear warfare. My point is, we all have a dream, an ultimate goal, and every day is a stepping stone into our grand strategy of how we are going to achieve that goal. For example, Alexander the Great had to fight the Persians because he wanted to gain power and control and get the respect of others. My fight isn't with Persians necessarily, but it is becoming a doctor and fighting my way through medical school admissions. Ultimately, I would like to be having my own private practice as a family medical doctor. Just like Alexander the Great took over ports and towns to limit the options and maneuverability of the Persian army, I'm also going to kill off my competition in a way where I am the only strong applicant standing. So, I have written a series of steps that I'm going to take to ensure success of my grand strategy. So here is Acosta's grand strategy. So I created a little checklist here and a little flow chart of what my future is going to look like. So my first step is to graduate with a bachelor's in biology, which check. Have 300 plus hours of patient care, check. Now here is where my strategy differs a little bit. I ideally would like to get a 515 on my MCAT, but I need a minimum of a 500 for the Air Force to support me to go to medical school. My actual score is a 490. So there's plenty of work to be done here. Traditionally, 515s are like really great scores, 500s are acceptable, but I'm shooting for a 515. Next, I would like to get a master's in business to support my dream of owning my own private practice, and then also get volunteer hours and continue my hobbies. Medical schools love to see diversity in their applicants, and if I continue with my kickboxing and volunteering, it will give me a strong enough application along with my patient care hours. And then during my third year of service as a cybersecurity officer, I will be working towards my master's in business. I will be working towards my personal statements and gathering letters of recommendation once again. And then I will need to retake an anatomy class between my first and last year, ideally by my third year before I apply again, so that I have that passing grade to have medical school look at my application. And then lastly, get my acceptance letter to medical school. So here's my little flow chart. Obviously I left blank like my graduation with my bachelor's degree, and then I'm going to go become a cybersecurity officer at Keesler for approximately a year or less, and then I'll go to my first assignment. From there, I'm just going to learn the ropes for a year, and then my second year of working so it would be my third year of working as a cybersecurity officer, I will be applying for that master's program, retaking that anatomy class, and reapplying to medical school. By the time I'm going to get interviews and receive notifications back if I've been accepted, I will be in my fourth year of service. And then ideally, once I get my acceptance letters, I'll have my top 4 choices that I'm going to apply are Madison, Michigan, Chicago, and Kansas. From there, I would like to complete my residency in also ideally in one of these 4 locations. And then also an important step is that I want to talk to flight surgeons, either contact through Major Herman or through my contacts that I can network at in Keesler or wherever base I end up in afterwards, to see if flight surgeon is what I want to do in the Air Force, what family medicine looks like, because most flight surgeons are family medicine doctors. And then I'll decide if I want to continue working in the Air Force as a flight surgeon or if I just want to be in the civilian world as a family medical doctor. So this is obviously not the traditional path of a normal pre-med student. There's a lot of pressure, and the culture is to immediately go to medical school or you're a failure if you don't. And being an ROTC cadet, we don't have the flexibility of having gap years like most traditional pre-med students do. But I think this is the right path meant for me. And it says, and one of the strategies are take the indirect route, but never lose sight of your greater purpose, your greater goal. So this is my grand strategy to fulfill my ultimate goal, also known as my dream of becoming a doctor.